Hello, my name is Hank Barry. Welcome to ENCORE, Trilogy Looks Back, a retrospective of almost 40 years of Trilogy repertory musicals from our Plays in the Park program at Pleasant Valley Park in Basking Ridge. With cast, crew, musicians, and tech, it takes upwards of 100 volunteers to bring these productions to our audiences. Sometimes it is romantic, or it is dramatic, or, as our first number suggests, from 2012's A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, sometimes it is Comedy Tonight.
Something familiar, something peculiar, something for everyone, a comedy tonight. Something appealing, something appalling, something for everyone, a comedy tonight.
Nothing with kings, nothing with crowns. Bring on the lovers, liars, and clowns.
Old situations, new complications, nothing portentous or polite. Tragedy tomorrow, comedy tonight.
Something familiar, something peculiar, something for everyone, a comedy tonight.
Something appealing, something appalling, something for everyone, a comedy tonight. No royal curse, no Trojan horse, and a happy ending, of course. Goodness and badness, man in his madness. This time it all turns out alright. Tragedy tomorrow.
No. Tragedy tomorrow.
Oh, never mind.
Tragedy tomorrow, coming tonight. 1, 2, 3.
From our first original musical School Days in 1988 to last year's revival of Brigadoon, we have presented a wide variety of productions to our audiences. Over our long history, only a few musicals have been repeated. One of the most popular has been Music Man. In 1990 and again in 2010, Jim Bias performed the role of Professor Harold Hill. He says the big difference was the second time he needed to wear knee pads. Here he is with Trouble.
Mr. Donovan? Yep. Well, if you're closing your eyes, this is great. Now,
Door. You are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend.
Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player. Certainly mighty proud to say, I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Helps you cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take a try and find an ironclad leaf for yourself from a 3-rail billiard shop? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in a ball-blind game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in any pocket. And I call that slop. The first big step on the road to the depths of the degradé. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit. And to listen to some big out-of-town Jasper hear and tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trot race, no, but a race where they set down right on the horse. I'd like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch, well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in the table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital P and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth could be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away their noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled or the screen door patched or the beefsteak pounded. Never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with the cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking about the kids in the Knickerbocker, sure tell young ones, peeking in the pool all window after school, you got trouble, folks. right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Now I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They'll be trying out Bevos, trying out Cubans, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up a telltale breath with sense. One fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance at the armory. Libertine men, scarlet women, ragtime, shameless music that'll drag your son, your daughter to the arms of the jungle, animal instinct, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble. Right here in River City. With a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Trouble. Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it is too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption the minute your son leaves the house. Does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Captain Billy's whiz bag?
And certain words turning into a conversation. Words like symbiote. And soldier, old man. What's so much sense?
Right here in River City. With a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We've truly got trouble. Right here in River City. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock and the Golden Rule. We got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls is a devil's tool. Oh yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. With a T, right with a P, and that stands for
Lament. Some shows are just plain fun, and 2013's Spamalot was just that. Amid all that silliness, we enjoyed The Diva's Lament, performed here by Claire Dempsey.
Whatever happened to my part? It was exciting at the start. Now we're halfway through Act 2, and I've had nothing yet to do. I've been off stage for far too long. It's ages since I had a song. This is one unhappy diva. The producers have deceived her. There is nothing I can sing from my heart. Whatever happened to my part? I am sick of my career, always stuck in second gear, up to here with frustration and with fears. I've no Grammy, no rewards, I've no Tony Awards. I'm constantly replaced by Britney Spears. Britney Spears. Whatever happened to my show? I was a hit, now I don't know. I'm with a bunch of British lads, prancing round in woolly tights. I might as well go down the path. They've been off searching for a shrub. They're shopping for a bush while they can kiss my tush. It seems to me they've really lost the plot. Whatever happened to my... Oh, call my agent, damn it! Whatever happened to my...
Not yours! Not yours! And definitely not yours.
But my...
Jack Broderick, only 8 years old at the time, portrayed the title character in our 2009 production of Oliver. Here he reprises his rendition of Where is Love from that show.
Where is love? Does it fall from skies above? Is it underneath the willow tree that I've been dreaming of? Where is she who I close my eyes to see? Will I ever know the sweet hello that's meant for only who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside someone who I can mean something to? Where is love? Who can say where she may hide? Must I travel far and wide till I am beside someone who I can mean something to? Where is love?
More than 20 years ago, in 1999, we sailed off to the South Pacific and were happy to be dressed for the tropics in the midst of a July heat wave. Caroline McKenna sings the song that Nellie Forbush from Little Rock, Arkansas used to describe herself as a cockeyed optimist.
When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist, immature and incurably green. I have heard people rant and rave and bellow that we're done and we might as well be dead. But I'm only a cockeyed optimist, and I can't get it into my head. I hear the human race is falling on its face and hasn't very far to go. But every whip or will is selling me a bill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say life is just a bowl of jello and a appear more intelligent and smart. But I'm stuck like a dope with the thing called hope, and I can't get it out of my heart. Nothing's
In 2005, Trilogy presented The Fantastics in the Park, and we brought it back in 2019 in our new theater at the Cultural Arts Center at Fellowship Village. In the first production, I played a confused old actor, and by the second production, I was a confused old actor. Here are Mariella Klinger and David Seaman with Soon It's Gonna Rain.
Hear how the wind begins to whisper. See how the leaves go streaming by. Smell how the velvet rain is falling out where the fields are warm and dry. Now is the time to run inside and stay. Now is the time to find a hideaway where we can stay.
Soon it's gonna rain, I can feel it. Soon it's gonna rain, I can tell. Soon it's gonna rain, what are we gonna do? Soon it's gonna rain, I can feel it. Soon it's gonna rain, I can tell. Soon it's gonna rain, what'll we do with you? We'll find 4 limbs of a tree, we'll build 4 walls and a floor, we'll bind it over with leaves and dock inside to stay. Then we'll let it rain, we'll not feel it. Then we'll let it rain, rain pell-mell, and we'll not complain if it never stops at all. We'll live and love within our own 4 walls.
In 2000, we were proud to be the first community theater to perform Titanic after it closed on Broadway. From one of our most memorable shows, here are Bill Corson and David Rittenhouse with The Proposal.
I'm not due back for almost 2 weeks yet, so I might as well come straight out with it. I'll be coming back to you, darling, back to your dark eyes and hair. Marry me when I return, darling, and until that day, my love, take care. blanket as you softly sleep. Marry me. When you're finally in my arms, you'll plainly see this devoted sailor's heart and soul are yours to keep. Yours to keep. Every day from GLOM, good morning old man, to GNOM, good night old man. My telegraph sends its messages to ships at sea, sending out dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit, dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit, dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit. I was young and shy, detached and sad, spent my days indoors, a homebound lad. Hardly spoke to your friends, I kept myself to myself, quite alone. Then I found Marconi's telegraph. It could span the planet width by half, 50 yards, 2,000 miles, the same, touch the spark, sound the tone, and the night was alive with 1,000 voices fighting to be heard, and each and every one of them connected to me, and my life came alive with 1,000 voices tapping out each word, like 1,000 people joined a single heartbeat, tapping out our dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit, dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit, dit-dit-da-dit-da, everywhere. Marry me, so alive with 1,000 voices. May the Lord that watches all watch over thee, and every one of them connected to me. Marry me, so alive with 1,000 voices. May God's heaven be your blanket as you sleep. The people join with a single heartbeat, tapping out our dit-dit-da-dit-da-dit. Marry me, da-dit-da-dit. Marry me, da-dit-da. Signed, Fred.
Without our set builders, stage crew, lighting and sound engineers, none of these shows would have been possible. And what would a musical be without musicians? Costumers, makeup artists, prop masters, and choreographers all contribute as well to make us look and sound great on stage. While we cannot show you pieces of all 24 park shows, here is a look at a few. To all the artists that made them possible, we send our thanks and many seasons of love.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to make, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man? It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember love, love. Remember love, love. Remember love, love. Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
Many of the solos you are enjoying are sung by our current generation of young Trilogy performers. Some of you older folks may remember Izio Pinza singing Some Enchanted Evening in the musical South Pacific, which we produced in 1999. Here is Owen McKenna with that classic song.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger, you may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somehow you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing, you may hear her laughing across a crowded room. And night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, Wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you hear her call you across a crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your own. All through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her go.
In many musicals, the most vividly remembered characters are the evil villains who try to keep the lovers apart, ruin lives, and spread their infamy everywhere. As Applegate, the devil in Damn Yankees, I thoroughly enjoyed wreaking mayhem on the characters. Here are a variety of other memorable villains you may recall.
Invites have been arrested. Not a maiden was ever more in threat. Well, virgins may wander unmolested. Unmolested. Oh, let's get into sweat. Oh, fire, goodness, fire. Fire, 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 fire.
I could kill the mother moon. Okay. I got another plan, all right? I hope better than your last one.
Poor John is dead. Hey, candle lights his head. He's laying in a coffin made of wood. And folks are feeling sad, 'cause they used to treat him bad. And now they know their friend is gone for good. Poor John is dead. Candle lights his head. He's looking oh so pretty and so nice. He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep. But it's summer and we're running out of ice. Oh, John.
Move over speed and to break every record. Who has to keep all the millionaires happy? How dare you speak? I will not stand here indicted. Who in Illinois have icebergs excited? Who shall refuse to extend up the Balkans? You start to give the first class figure statement. And who under my opposition, oh captain? And who took the port and won North on season? And who kept insisting we learn the Missoula? And who said who had to have both the largest and who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Who did it?
No one wants to recognize it's a blame. Someone you can blame. placing the blame. If that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy.
No.
No? You're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch, you're the world.
Hump the voice. 'Twas a sour kangaroo, and the young kangaroo in a pouch said, "Hump!" Why, that speck is as small as the head of a pin. A person on that one there never has been. Woo! You're the biggest lame fool in the jungle at noon, and I don't care who I tell. Biggest lame fool in the jungle at noon, and I think so as well. Maybe I'm nasty, maybe I'm cruel, but you're the biggest lame fool in the jungle at noon.
A tango!
A tango!
We'll cook a cake quite large and fill each layer in between with icing mixed with poison till it turns a tempting green. We'll place it near the house, just where the boys are sure to come. And being greedy, they won't care to question such a plum. The boys who have no mother sweet, no one to show them their mistake, won't know it's dangerous to eat so damp and rich a cake. And so, before the winking of an eye, those boys will eat that poison cake, and one by one they'll die. Hooray!
English pig dogs, go and boil your bottoms, sons of a silly person. I blow my nose at you, so-called Arthur King, you and all your silly English knights.
Now look here, my good man.
I do not wish to talk to you no more, empty-headed animal food trough wipers. I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries. Now go away, or I will taunt you a second time.
Your son will go to boarding school at once. As for the girl, I shall take care of her myself. I won't stand for whining or whinging or whimpering, crying or lying or sobbing or simpering. I feel it's clear that in these two such bad habits lurk. First threaten to throttle, then uncork the bottle. Brimstone and treacle will work. Now show me my room. Brimstone and treacle.
Woman, your fine ointment, brand new and expensive, should have been saved for the poor. Why has it been wasted? We could have raised maybe 300 silver pieces or more. People who are hungry, people who are starving, matter more than your feet and a hand.
He's a born undertaker's mute. I could see him in his black silk suit, following behind the funeral procession with his features fixed in a suitable expression. There'll be horses with tall black plumes to escort us to the family tombs, with mourners in all corners who've been taught to weep into.
If I give away my voice...
You'll have your looks, your pretty face, and never underestimate the power of body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Yes, on land it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word. And after all, dear, what is idle prattle for? Come on! They're not all that impressed with conversation. True gentlemen avoid it when they can. But they dote and swoon and fawn on the lady who's withdrawn. It's she who holds her tongue who gets her man. Come on, you poor unfortunate soul. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy woman and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much, just your voice. You poor unfortunate soul. It's sad, but true. If you want to cross the bridge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. But some jitsu, now I got her point. The boss is on a roll. You poor unfortunate soul. What'll it be, cuppy cakes?
Who are you? Name's Charlie Cow. And
Excuse me, but who are you?
Name's Charlie Cow, Anvil salesman.
Abroad of no Shakespeare, start burning him now. Abroad of no Shakespeare, and the women you will wow.
If your girl is a Washington Heights dream,
Treat the kid to a midsummer's night dream. If she then wants it all by herself night,
let her rest every 11th or 12th night. If because of your heat she gets huffy,
simply play on and lay on McDuffie. Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all kow, forsooth, and they'll all kow,
think so,
and they'll all kow, we travel, and they'll all kow.
Fantasy has played a major role in our park shows. Shows such as Mary Poppins and The Little Mermaid have been some of our most well-received. In 2002, we brought a variety of children's tales to new life in Into the Woods. From that show, Annika Helgeson, as Cinderella, sings Steps of the Palace.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay and be caught? You think, well, that's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? But then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, but you don't? Just how much do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight of yourself, but where everything's right, but you know that you'll never belong. Whichever you pick, see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who's stuck with a shoe in a stew in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew on the steps of the palace.
Most of you know Guys and Dolls with its colorful Damon Runyon characters, which we produced in 2001. 3 of the gang opened the show with Fugue for Tin Horns. You know, I've got a horse right here, his name is Paul Revere, and the repeated declaration, can do, can do. Here are Joe Schmidt, Matt and Gil Hagofsky with a ticket scalping parody of that tune.
Tickets. Who needs tickets? I got tickets. I got tickets. What do you need? I got it. Who needs some tickets? Who needs it?
I got the show right here. It won a prize last year about a kid named Evan Hansen who's really dear. Half price, half price. Moody Teens live on stage, half price. My shrink made me watch it twice. Half price, half price. Come on, huh?
A night of history fun, just go see Hamilton. You know there ain't good seats till 2021. Front row, in back of the band, front row. But if Doug will own the show, you'll have to go.
I got 2 tickets here for Phantom in the rear, but you can see just fine through the chandelier. Top price, good seats only twice the price. My wife kept these seats on ice, no dice. Top price. I got a show right here with Phantom last year, but I can see just fine through the chandelier. Top price. Good seats only twice the price. My wife made me watch it twice. Half price. Chandelier,
Hamilton,
Moody Teens, I got the show right here.
Along with fun and fantasy, we have proudly presented musical stage classics such as West Side Story. In 1998, the Sharks and the Jets took the stage with this dramatic and moving musical. Jack Hicks brings us the beautiful love song, Maria, from that show.
The most beautiful sound I ever heard. Maria, 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 Maria. All the beautiful sounds of the world in a single word. Maria, 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 Maria. I just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name will never be the same to me. Maria, I just kissed a girl named Maria, and suddenly I found how wonderful a sound can be. Maria, say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. Say it loud and there's music never stop saying Maria. The most beautiful song I ever heard, Maria.
These are but a few of the dozens of musicals Trilogy Repertory has brought to life on the park stage. It is fun to look back at some of our many fond memories. We also take this moment to look to the future, when next summer we will bring you Annie. That will be our next tomorrow.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
When I suck at that day that's gray and lonely, I just stick up my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away. The sun will come out tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none.
When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick up my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day. You're always a day. You're always a day away.
Miss you all so much. Bye.
The show that really started the modern Broadway musical theater tradition was Oklahoma. This was just one of the shows that included whole families enjoying being on stage together.
Spinach and tomatoes!
Thank you for watching Encore, Trilogy Looks Back. We hope you enjoyed the show. We enjoyed bringing you almost 40 years of Trilogy musicals. We hope you look forward to future videos, possibly Encore Shakespeare, Encore the Dance. It's yet to come.